Danner. Most people call me Mr. Danner. I wanted to talk about something I find a little bit interesting. One of the more positive results of a adpocolypse. This whole YouTube going more family friendly, and I find something interesting, something more positive. Or I haven't seen a ad in a very long time, and I am subscribed to people like ETC, Rob Dyke, the Black Hokage, videos like those, where the content is more adult oriented, adult friendly. And I think if a lot of you guys are like me, you don't really watch ads. If you're on your PC, you have an ad blocker. If you're on your phone, you just skip that shit. And you can't be bothered. You can't be bothered. You want to watch the fucking video. You just want to chill. You want to see what one of your favorite content creators is doing, whether it be laughing like you're watching Funhouse, whether it be freaking out like Dark 5 or Corpse's husband. You can't be bothered. But now, because of this adpocolypse thing, you don't see those ads anymore. You feel worried because the very exact people that you used to skip, they're now not getting money. They're not getting compensated for your view. Their work is no longer being financially beneficial. And I think that is very interesting. I think that if you follow Funhouse, shout out to James Williams, Elise Williams, Bruce, Adam Kovic, all those guys that I don't really know personally, but shout out to them. They're doing great work. If you subscribe to those guys, when you do get an ad, I notice in the comments that people are like, yay, I got an ad. And I find that so interesting because months prior, those very same people were like, 30-second ad for a 5-minute video, and they're breaking down the percentages like that shit should just don't add up. And now, because they are really seeing the effects of just what ad creators are, what YouTube creators are doing, and they see how important that is, I think that, like me, they're starting to see just how important those ads are. So they cut off their ad blocker. They hit up Patreon. And I do suggest that for a lot of you guys. I do suggest if you guys are actually going to make YouTube, you should really, if you're going to be a YouTube creator, you should really have that ad, that Patreon. You should really diversify. And I know for a lot of new creators, I can't really call myself really that much of a creator. I do stand-up comedy, and I'm writing my first novel, and I work for the FDA. I'm using my degree, and I'm in a fucking cubicle all day. So I can't really call myself a YouTube creator. I'm a creative person, but enough about me. That doesn't really matter. But for you guys who are, this is a creative outlet for you guys. I think that you should diversify and you should do that Patreon, because I think one of the more positive things that is coming out of this is that I think a lot of people are starting to see and they're starting to support their creators. I myself have YouTube Red, so I wouldn't never see an ad, but Patreon is really going up, and I think Twitch is starting to glow up a little bit. YouTube is really shifting a lot of their people there. So shout out for Twitch. I think Twitch is going to offer some real nice competition for YouTube, and I think that is something they didn't have. They had daily fucking motion, which is garbage, straight toilet water. And that's really all they had. Maybe World Star Hip Hop, but there's two type of peoples in World Star Hip Hop. There's the people who go there for actual hip hop, and then there's people who just want to see some dude get beat up in a McDonald's while some crackhead is jacking off in the background and some weird kid is screaming World Star. Two different type of people. So I wouldn't really call them really big for the content creators. But I think Twitch is going to be that new thing. Even I'm looking into Twitch, not so much, again, as a content creator, but as a consumer. Yeah. So I just wanted to talk about that, if not unscripted and a little bit ranty. Just an observation that I had, one that I really wanted to say, and I don't really see a lot of people saying it. I think maybe Review Tech USA has said it. Shout out to Review Tech USA. I was a dead sub for a while, but you really revitalized my interest in you. So yeah, I think that that's one of the more benefits of this adpocolypse, as people call it. The hashtag YouTube party is over. I'm just gonna call it what it is. It is insecurity. I think that this world has gotten really insecure, and that is a whole different video. I think that whether it be racially, politically, spiritually, I think that we're all getting insecure, and we all aren't really confident in ourselves. So we're trying to be comforted and be like okay in a world that isn't okay. Like, so I think that we just need to fucking chill. And that's a whole separate video that I'll do later. I'll do another time. But I think that people are becoming unrealistic in what this world is. I think that we learn at a very young age that life isn't fair, and we learn to try to take accountability for the shit we do. And I'm starting to notice that adults are just not feeling that as a concept. And I think that people are like, oh my gosh, you said tranny. Like, you are homophobe. Like, no, that's not what that means. It just means that one person said tranny. And dude, if one person doesn't agree with you, that's a whole different thing. Again, I'll get into it another time, but I just want to say shout out to the consumers of YouTube. And that's what this video was really about. It was shout out to us, the consumers of YouTube, who are really stepping up and saying, Pepsi, you may not be able to fucking stop a riot, but you can damn sure show us how important we find our YouTube creators. So, yeah, guess that's what I wanted to say. I'm actually about to head out. I know I'm late, but I'm about to go see the Guardians of the Galaxy 2 movie, 3D. I've been told that this is one of those movies that you should probably see it in 3D. So that's what I'm about to do. This is Mr. Danner signing off.